সুব্রত যাই হোক ও ভিজুয়ালি ডিসেবলড, ও কিছু দেখতে পারে না, বাট কী করে এই প্রবলেম থাকা সত্ত্বেও কী করে তার কমিউনিকেশন স্কিলটাকে মানে ইংলিশটাকে অ্যাজ এ সেকেন্ড ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ কী করে এত সুন্দরভাবে ডেভেলপ করে নিয়েছে। যেখানে আমরা দেখেছি স্পেশালি ইন ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গল উই স্পিক ইংলিশ অ্যাজ এ সেকেন্ড ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ। গ্র্যাজুয়েটস বা ইয়াং জেনারেশনসরা আছে যারা স্ট্রাগল করছে ইংলিশটাকে ইমপ্রুভ করার জন্য, দো দে আর কমপ্লিটলি পারফেক্ট, তার মানে ওরা কিন্তু সুন্দর করে দেখতেও পারছে, দে আর নর্মাল। তো যাই হোক, আজকে একটু সুব্রতর কাছ থেকে জেনে নিই যে এক্স্যাক্টলি সে কীভাবে এত সুন্দর কমিউনিকেশন স্কিলটাকে ডেভেলপ করলো, ঠিক আছে, বা কেমন সে ফিল করছে আমার এই ক্লাসে আসার পর। প্লাস আমরা ওর ইন্ট্রোডাকশন দিয়ে শুরু করছি। তো সুব্রত,
Yes.
I'm just holding the mic right now, okay?
Okay.
So first of all, you just introduce yourself.
Okay. Good evening to everyone. I am Subroto Chakraborty, and I come from Siliguri at South Santinagar. And my schooling was Nilnalini Vidya Mandir,
Okay.
and after that, I admitted in Siliguri College, and there I completed my graduation with sociology honors.
So what was the time exactly when you lost your eyesight?
It was 3.5 years old.
Okay, that means when you were 3.5 years old, at that time you lost your vision, right?
Yes.
From that time you cannot see anything.
Yeah.
So what are the difficulties that you had to face, especially pursuing your higher education in your life for this problem?
Okay. First of all, when I admitted in the special school for the study of up to class 4, then it was very easy for me because there were visually students as me.
Okay.
But when I went at mainstream school, actually,
What do you mean by mainstream school?
mainstream school means general school where general child who are normal.
Okay.
But-
That means you got admission in the same school, means where the normal children used to read, right?
Yes.
So you got admission in that school.
Yeah.
So how did you manage to adjust yourself with that type of normal students who could see, who were not like you?
Okay. So
What was your experience in that school when you got admission with the normal children?
okay, when I got admission there, so my first experience was every students were treating me as visitors, and they were very excited about me. But when I tried to get help from them, so someone refused, someone tried to help, and but I faced my difficulty when teacher came to class for the teaching of maths. So then our teacher tried to note down on blackboard, so that lesson I could not
See
take properly.
Okay.
So that was my one problem, a big problem.
Okay.
And or another biggest problem was my scribe. It means writer, but sometimes.
Okay, fine. Actually, it will be lengthy video. Okay, I'll just ask you some specific questions and you have to answer. So, at this moment, what is your present designation? Means, what do you do exactly?
Right now, after a long time of fighting, right now I am at in the railway board, railway government staff
Okay.
at railway hospital.
Okay, that's great. That means you already succeeded in your field, right? In spite of your visual problem and in spite of being visually disabled, you already got your destination where a lot of common people they want to go, right? And for this reason, a lot of young generations they're just taking serious preparation to get any government job. So already you got this position, right? So as a student, as a successful student of being physically disabled, so what would be your advice, especially for the young generation who are ignoring, okay, who are ignoring education? Even, see, you are here to learn English, right? To improve your English fluency. So what would be your advice for those people who are physically fit and fine, but still they cannot improve their communication skill? It's a very simple matter, right? So tell me, how did you develop your English fluency and how you are feeling right now after under my guidelines? Okay, tell me.
Okay.
Your advice to the young generation, those who are struggling to improve English communication skill? Your advice, okay. And how you are feeling right now under my guidelines? Just two questions.
I would say to them that they first of all they try to build up their interest on which they can achieve. It may be language, it may be anything.
Okay.
But in this perspective of English language,
Okay.
first of all they have to create their own interest on it and try to
Implement it.
Try to implement it and go through the reading, go through the reading and listening, whatever, and every day they have to try and try and don't give up.
Okay.
And
Very
don't
good.
give up.
So it's a very good advice from Subrato, that is telling that it's a very common thing. See, everybody has to do the hard work, right? As he did already to perceive or to achieve his goal. Okay. So according to him, that if there is a wish, there is a way. Okay. So everybody has to think, everybody has to set a goal to achieve it, right?
Yes.
So how are you feeling, especially after coming to my class, especially to develop your English fluency and communicative knowledge?
I am very privileged to be here because when I come here, I have gotten very helpful knowledge, which will help me not only now but also rest of my life. And I hope in this class, one day will come when I can achieve my goal, what I have decided, what I have determined before.
Okay, that's great. As there's a famous saying, as I always say, that English, it's a language, right?
Yes.
It is just like your vehicle. For example, like it is just like a bike. Do you remember that concept?
Yeah.
Okay, can you explain it please to the people?
Okay. So
English like a vehicle, and the fuel, what is the fuel, you know?
fuel means knowledge.
Yes, absolutely right.
Whatever you want to share with others.
Yes, very good.
What you know, you share others, and try to get help from language, that is English.
Okay, that's great. So as I always say that English just like a communication medium, right?
Yes.
It is just like a vehicle. For example, our bike. If we have our bike, that means we are strong in communication. But if we do not have the fuel in it, so our communication will not continue for a long time. So according to me, English is just a language. It helps us to convey our knowledge and ideas. Okay, but our fluency, it doesn't depend on our knowledge, right?
Yes.
So what we talk, that is more important than how you talk.